Here we are discussing about the structure of human spermatozoa or sperm. In the sperm, there are four parts are present. Among the four parts, the first or anterior-most part of the human sperm is called head. Next, neck, and third one is middle piece, and the last one is tail. The anterior-most head consists of two parts. In that, the first one is the cap-like structure is called acrosome, and then the oval-shaped large nucleus. The head is the anterior-most part and it consists of two parts. One is acrosome and then the oval-shaped nucleus. This acrosome is an anterior cap-like structure, and it is formed with the modified Golgi complex. This acrosome is useful. This acrosome is useful for the production of sperm lysins. Sperm lysins are the enzymes which are useful for the penetration of sperms into the ovum during fertilization. The sperm lysins which are produced from the acrosome are, first one is acrosin hyaluronidase and corona dissolving enzyme. And the second part is nucleus. Nucleus consists of haploid set of chromosomes. It consists of male genetic information. The next part is called neck. The neck is present in between the head and middle piece, and it is very small. And it is useful to connect the head and middle piece. It consists of two centrioles. The first centriole is called proximal centriole and the second centriole is called distal centriole. This proximal centriole is useful for the initiation of cleavages after fertilization. Next, this distal centriole is useful for the production of a long axial filament. This axial filament will extend from the neck. It is formed from the distal centriole and then it is extended through the middle piece and into the tail, and it gives the strength to the tail for the movement of the sperms. Next, the third part is called middle piece. In the middle piece, there are spirally arranged so many mitochondria are present. Hence, this middle piece is called powerhouse of sperm. This mitochondria are useful. This mitochondria in middle piece are useful for the giving of energy to the movement of sperm in female genital tract after insemination. Next, the middle piece is also consists of axial filament. As we discussed, the axial filament is formed from the distal centriole of the neck and it is extended into middle piece and into the tail. And the last part of the sperm is called the tail. The tail is longest part of the sperm, and in the tail the axial filament is present. So the tail is useful for the movement of sperm after insemination into the vaginal sac. The sperm should move to the fallopian tube through the cervix and as well the uterus. So to reach the sperms to the fallopian tube for the fertilization, this tail is useful. Here it is a diagrammatic representation of human sperm. It is an acrosome which consists of the sperm lysins and it is modified with the Golgi complex. Next, it is the head part, and the head consists of inner oval-shaped large haploid state nucleus. Next, it is the middle piece. Here the two centrioles are present. The first one is called as proximal and second one is called as the distal. Proximal is useful to initiate the cleavage in the zygote after fertilization, and the distal centriole is useful for the production of this axial filament. This axial filament is running through the middle piece and as well into the tail. And the middle piece consists of two parts. One is this axial filament as we discussed, and second one is the spirally rotates large number of the mitochondria. This large number of mitochondria are useful for the movement of the sperm in the female genital tract after insemination. Hence, this middle piece is called the powerhouse of the sperm. Next, this middle piece is a cylindrical shape in structure. Next, this is a tail. As we discussed about the tail consists of the axial filament, and the axial filament is useful for the giving of the strength to the tail for the movement of the sperm from vaginal sac to the fallopian tube for the fertilization. The sperms are present in semen. Now we discuss about the semen. The semen consists of sperms and the secretions of seminal vessels and prostate gland. Already we discussed around 60 to 70% of semen is produced by the seminal vessels, and around 20 to 30% of seminal fluid is secreted from the prostate gland. The pH of semen is approximately 7.2 to 7.4. It is an alkaline fluid. Next, per approximately 1 ml of semen consists of around 100 millions of sperms. Per time, approximately 2.5 to 3.5 ml of semen will be ejaculated into the female genital tract. Human sperm will move approximately about 3 mm per minute speed. The human sperm speed movement is approximately 3 mm per minute. So with this speed, the human sperm will reach to the uterine ducts after insemination in about 30 to 60 minutes after. During the coitus, human male ejaculates approximately 200 to 300 millions of sperms into female genital tract. Among these, at least 60% of the sperm should have normal shape and 40% of sperm should show vigorous motility. When the 60% of sperms have the normal shape and at least 40% of sperms will show them vigorous motility, then only there is chances of fertilization, or else it leads to the sterility.